Hello everybody. Today we're going to make our own version of homemade texture paste. You can find this recipe all over YouTube and various craft sites. It is a much cheaper alternative to buying a name brand one. And I haven't had a problem with it. I've been using it for a couple of years now. Now if you put it on something severely flexible, yeah, you're probably going to have a problem with it cracking off. But even, okay, this is a card that I'm making and it's got texture paste on it on a piece of acetate. It's one of those flip cards. And the acetate is then glued, I glued a piece of the same color cardstock on it because I want it to match the rest of the card. But I put my stencil on there, covered the stencil with the texture paste, peeled it off, poured glitter all over it, and let it dry. Then when I cut the acetate to begin with, I cut these little tabs. I don't know if you can see them. And those are glued to the card or taped to the card with score tape. And it works very well, and I haven't had a problem with it cracking off on any of this. This is a piece I did for an art journal. It has texture paste all over here. Can you see the crackle? I don't know if you can see it or not. And it's just on a piece of plain old 110 white cardstock that is fairly flexible, and I have not had a problem with it. Here's another one that's going to be in an art journal, and it has the texture paste here and here, and these words are texture paste. Not a problem, not a problem. The stencils, you can use any stencil. You can just smear it on with a palette knife if that's the look you're going for. But I will use any stencil I've got, just about. There are some stencils that are too fine a detail for texture paste to work well with, but I've used tons of different ones, never had a problem. So to begin with, we are going to use 1 cup of Arm & Hammer baking soda. And I like baking soda. You can also use, say, talc or baby powder. Everything's going to smell like a baby, though, if you use that. And I have. But I like it has a grit. Baking soda has a grit in it that I like. You're going to need a 1/4 cup of a white acrylic paint, or I'm going to use gesso. Gesso has paint as well as glue in it. Got to shake this one up. Sorry. Hope you're not shaking too badly up there. Okay, I'm going to use a 1/4 cup of this. And it's a very thin gesso, but it works. I've also made my own gesso, and I'm sure we'll get to the point of sharing that recipe. This, I bought a gallon of this from Blick, and I really want to use it up. And then I use a 1/2 cup of glue. Any glue will do. I'm using plain old Elmer's glue. This is why my hands always look terrible. Cannot resist getting in there with my fingers. And I'm too impatient to wait for it to drip out, so anyway. Then I'm just going to take a trusty palette knife and start mixing. Mix, mix, mix. Now, I keep mine in a little Ziploc container. Really need to find something a little more airtight. I have tried mason jars, but I tend to glue the lids down. Not good. But this is about the consistency that I like mine. Yeah, everybody's different. This is the container I keep mine in normally, and it does thicken up over time. So you don't want to leave it too long and not use it because you're going to wind up throwing it out. But that's just about what you want. Okay, now why are we doing this? Because I'm in hopes that some of you are going to follow along and work on the next project I'm going to do with me. We're going to texture paste some tags. And I hope y'all will come along and participate and create your own beautiful tags. Thanks for watching. Bye.